What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Paula Zay Talks. And yeah, today's a good day today. You want to know why? Because we're going to help you get consistent when it comes to your content creation and posting. But before we get there, we need to address first why you feel as though you're not consistent with it, or why you feel like posting is irrelevant. Although you shouldn't, because in today's age, you have to be posting some sort of content online in order to gain any kind of traction, right? So yeah, we're gonna be talking about that amongst other things, and yeah, let's get right into it. All right, welcome back. Now, for this one, I had to take notes. So if you see me looking down, it's because I need to stay on track, right? I can veer off topic quickly, But for the most part, I know how to stay on topic. This is just some key notes, so we can really drive the depth that we're trying to get to, right? So, like I said before, we're just gonna be talking about the reasons why you feel like you're not posting enough, or you feel like you're inconsistent with it, or why you feel it may be irrelevant, right? I know for a fact that I felt that way at some point in time, and even sometimes it hits me every now and then. I run into people all the time through my travels that say like they don't know how to post on social media, or they don't see why it's important to post every single day and as many times as you should. So that kind of made me think about it like, maybe these aren't just the only people that go through this. Maybe I'm not just the only person that goes through this. So hopefully you find this helpful and valuable. And the first point I got as to why you're not posting on social media is because you don't know what to post, or you may be confused about your brand or what you represent. I've seen a lot of things on social media, different social media platforms, and I'll see most people that post things and they're not consistent with what it is they're talking about. So somebody could be talking about something motivational and then instantly go to like cooking or sports or something like that. And I kind of get where they're going with it, but at the same time, the message is confusing, especially to your audience, because they're expecting you to deliver a certain type of content. And when you don't deliver that kind of content, you sort of lose your traction, and not only that, you lose your audience and your following because they don't know what you're about. You may have been initially about this, but now you just switch it up and now it's just all over the place, right? So that could be one key thing, right? Branding, or you just don't know what to post, so you just post random things. Now, it is important to post, right? It is important to post, but you have to be sure you know what you're posting and why you're posting it. The number one reason why I post is because I want to be able to deliver inspiration, motivation, and tips and tricks on how to help you elevate your mindset, right? So everything that I do, even if it is fun or entertaining or whatever, the message is always the same. It's about mindset. It's about helping you elevate and helping you become the greatest version of yourself. And that's my brand. So long as you stick with that, I'm telling you, you're going to grow at a phenomenal rate. So these are questions that you need to ask yourself too, right? Even write them down and write down answers, right? Because that helps you to clear up the confusion. Because most times we're confused about what we stand for or the type of content that we're posting. And the reason being is because we don't have anything to back what it is that we stand for. So you have to have those things in writing. You have to be like, okay, what is it that I'm trying to put out into the world for other people to see? What sort of impact am I trying to make? How am I going to help another person, right? And here's the thing, right? Branding, people will tell you. Branding is people basically telling you about your product or service or whatever the case is, because the people are the determining factor of your brand, so to speak. And whatever type of content you're posting, you have to be mindful of the audience that you're reaching to. Because some people may follow you for different reasons, and then you switch it up and do something else, and now you've lost that audience, and now you're just back to square one, and you continue to go back to square one and lose all that momentum. So that's just one thing to keep in mind. Another thing, number 2, you know what to post, but you don't know how. Now that goes back to the branding aspect too. You know what to post, right? You know what to post, but you don't know how to format it, right? You don't know how to deliver it to the audience that you're trying to get it to. So it could be anything like food, right? But you could be doing like dances and stuff like that. Now, you know what to post, right? And you try to incorporate those two, but it doesn't seem to work because now people don't know if you're a dancer or if you were a chef. It's all over the place, right? So you know what to post, but you don't know how to really put it out there. I had a problem like that before because I would see certain influencers and content creators and things of that nature, and the way they would format what they did, I thought it was genius because even though it was, entertaining and funny and things of that nature, they always stuck to their same niche. They always stuck to the same thing that they do, and they found a way to incorporate that. And that is not easy, okay? Let's just be honest, it's not easy. For those who are just starting, it's definitely not easy to just be in front of a camera and speak and voice your opinion and your mind and thought process. So the fact that you're able to take something that means something completely different, and then you format that into your brand or to your niche is amazing. So that's just something else you need to write down and really ask yourself, okay, I know what to post, but how do I get to the point where I need to format that with what it is that I do, right? That's just something that you need to ask yourself. And I would say reach out to somebody. If you see somebody and they post really good content and you want to know like, hey, how do they do that? Just reach out to them, That's what I do. If you're doing something that I want to do but I don't know how to, I'm gonna ask. It's just that simple. So number 3, and this one can hurt a little bit. You're lazy. Yeah, that's it. You're lazy. You're just lazy, And honestly, I feel like if this is the reason, number 3, you shouldn't even mention that to yourself, like you're lazy. Or you just feel like you're waiting for the right moment to create. And that's okay, right? I spoke about that before. Like sometimes you're not lazy necessarily. You're just waiting for the right time to start posting and things of that nature. Or, you're just in a how can I put it? You're in a process of creation. So being lazy isn't necessarily a bad thing. You're just in a process of creation, even though it may look to somebody else as being lazy or non-productive or whatever the case is. In some cases, you need that non-productive time in order to create the greatest ideas that you've ever had. So, and then, there's just the typical, you want all of these accolades and all these things, but you're not willing to put in the work. So those are two different things. But in regards to what we're talking about, you want all of these amazing things, but you're not willing to put in the work. So that leads to another question as to what do I need to do in order to break this cycle of laziness in order to get out of this rut, right? And it doesn't necessarily need to be content creation or related to content creation. Sometimes you just need to go outside, go for a walk, or just do something to get you out of that mood and get you in motion, right? And then you can probably come up with some ideas, because I know for a fact I come up with the greatest ideas in the most unexpected places. I could be in a restaurant ordering food and then all of a sudden, boom, an idea would just hit me out of nowhere. I don't know why. It's just like, okay, this is what I'm going to do when I get home. Or I could be at work, or I could be exercising, and then ideas would just come to me. So I always keep a notebook, a little small notebook on me at all times, and a pen, because you never know when inspiration hits. Number 4, I feel like it really spoke to my soul. You're afraid of something, right? You're probably afraid of something. And most times, that's really the main issue. It's just fear. You know, we have these amazing ideas and these great aspects of life, right? But our fear is what holds us back, because we always think, what are others gonna think about this? Or what if it doesn't do what I think it's gonna do? Or what if I look silly doing it, right? And I feel like that is the number 1 key factor that holds us back all the time, because we may think to ourselves that, oh, this isn't a good idea, or oh, this isn't gonna help anybody, or I'm not making sense, it's pointless, I'm just gonna delete it. But you never know who you're gonna help until you put it out there. You never know what impact you're going to make until you put yourself out there. Now, in the beginning stages, of course, it's not going to be pretty. Of course, you're going to make mistakes. Of course, you're going to mess up. And I recently did a video about this. The reason you're not succeeding is because you haven't failed enough. And failure is a stimulation of fear. Because if you do something one time and you feel like it doesn't do good, then you just stop because it didn't do good. But that's just the breaking point, right? That's just a stepping stone to get you to the momentum that you need to get to. I know for me, whenever I'm doing these videos and stuff, sometimes I don't know what I'm gonna say. Sometimes I know what I'm gonna say and I don't know how I'm gonna put it all together. But I know that even if I mess up in the beginning stages, it's just helping me to get to that next pinnacle. So that way I'm able to just get into a flow state, and then I can just start to rattle off all of these thoughts in my mind, and then I'm able to formulate solutions on how I can help not only me, but I can help others as well. So fear, honestly, we all know what fear stands for, right? False evidence appearing real. We'll literally create illusions in our mind and have us think that something isn't working, or this is ridiculous, or I don't have enough information, or whatever the case may be. And I'll be honest, a few weeks ago, I felt like I was close to falling into that same trap. I was close because I felt uninspired, I guess you could say, or I wasn't really getting any messages or downloads like I usually do. But I just felt like, okay, maybe this is the time to relax, recoup, and just kind of recenter and refocus, because sometimes I'll go hard all week and, forget the rest. And then I'll be like, man, why isn't anything working? It's because I haven't took the time to really rest, right? But just going back to fear, right? Going back to fear, false evidence appearing real, we create these illusions in our mind that hinder us from being the best version of ourselves. So you have to understand what you're afraid of and recognize if it's really real or if it's just something that you made up as an excuse in order for you to not do the things that you need to be doing. Because I'm telling you, fear and excuses are real, and they can really hold you back, and your excuses will always be valid. No matter what, your excuses will always be valid, but you have a choice. You can either choose to believe in the excuse, which is valid, or you can choose to do the things that you're afraid of and reap the benefits of the results that you get from that. Right? Just something to think about. That's it. But those are just some things that you really need to consider in all things. And all of this points right back to mindset. All of this points back to mindset. If you don't do the work on your mind, first and foremost, if you don't set the proper habits, if you don't set the proper boundaries, if you're not programming your mind each and every day and every moment, then of course you're going to be susceptible to excuses and fears and all of those things that I just listed just now. You're going to feel like you're lazy, even though you're not. You're not lazy, you're just uninspired, right? You're going to feel like you don't know what to post, but really and truly you do. You know exactly what to post. You just have to post it and put it out there. Get those videos out of your draft and put them out there for the world to see. You do know what to post, and you know how to post it. For a fact, you know exactly how it's supposed to look. The fact that you even put the post pre-post, right? The fact that you even had the post ready to be posted just goes to show that you knew exactly what you were doing, but you allowed fear to get in your way, and you let fear let you think that, oh man, nah, this ain't gonna work, man. Nah, this ain't it. This ain't the way, man. This is not. What are you doing? That's what fear does to you, right? And honestly, all you gotta do is hit that button and don't worry about it. The work is done. And once it's done, it's forgotten. You don't need to worry about what it did or didn't do. All you need to do is just continue to push forward. And I promise you, you're gonna see the results. You're gonna see when you look back, you're gonna be like, wow, I didn't even think that I would be here right now, right? Just last week, man, I was on my phone, and for those who have iPhones, right, you know, like it takes your, well, I don't know for every iPhone, but for mine, it took like a lot of photos and it put it in like a video format, right? And it just took like old videos all the way up to new videos just on its own. And I was looking at it and I was like, wow, the progress. You've really come a long way. Literally. I can remember the first video I ever posted, and it was on Instagram, and I told myself, or I told the world, look, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm gonna say. I don't even know if anybody's gonna watch this, but I have a voice. And I know that I am here to help as many people as I can become greater versions of themselves. And I stand firm on that to this day. And I feel like that I've helped a lot of people, and I'm only just getting started. I'm only just getting started. This is only the beginning for you, my friend. And I guarantee you that once you start to put yourself out there, you're gonna attract your tribe. You're gonna be in a better position, even better than you ever thought possible. This year is for you. So you have to make it great. But it starts with consistency. It starts with discipline, but most importantly, it starts with you. And that's it. That's all I got for you. Thank you so much for being on this journey with me. Thank you for allowing me to be on this journey with you. I truly believe we do better when we grow together, so let's continue to grow with one another. As always, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, click the notification bell to get notified whenever I publish another video, and leave a comment down in the comment section and let me know what gems you got from this. Let me know what videos you want to hear, and let's connect. You know, this is a growing community, and we're growing every single day. And yeah, so to end it, may we be creators and creative. May we be loved and loved. May we be present, and may we be free, and may we be abundant at all times. Ashe.